And good morning to you. Welcome to this episode of the Guy R. Cook Report. You can get to the show notes as always. Imagine I said that first. The GuyRCookReport.podbean.com. And I'll put a graphic up there to remind. The look on the page today, I says, well, I wonder what it look like in accelerated mobile pages. So what I did is I went to the show notes. The link will be there on Podbean. Went to the show notes and then added the letters AMP, Alpha Military Papa, / to the end of the URL for this page, and I get the accelerated mobile pages, and it'll look just like this to you. And that's part of how are we doing, I guess. And I wanted to know that, and being today is what's on our mind, that was on my mind, so we did that. And so that we can get back to looking like we always do, I just backspace like that, hit enter, and bazinga, there we are, back to the regular look of the show notes for the Guy R. Cook Report. Now you'll notice that for some reason it chops it off at the top there, and so I'm going to scoot it down a little scroll bar down like that, and there we have it. So what's on our mind? And I talked a couple weeks ago that I was going to start using Twitter and LinkedIn to promote the Guy R. Cook Report. So I says, well, gee, I wonder how that's working. So in quotation marks, I looked for what's on our mind on Google, right? And this is what I got. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th and 6th one down have my shining countenance for my Google Plus entries for what's on our mind Wednesday. One's from February the 8th, one's from February the 1st. I'm not sure why last week's isn't in there, but oh well. I'll worry about that another time on another show. So with that information, I said, well, I'm doing pretty good on Google. I wonder how I'm doing elsewhere. And so in one of those episodes I mentioned that we're going to start using Twitter to promote the podcast. So on Twitter, I did a search for the Guy R. Cook Report. And that's working. This is the results that I get from Twitter. And you can see there the hashtag is the search term. And I'm under the latest posts. It's all me. So using a unique URL like the Guy R. Cook, hashtag the Guy R. Cook Report, it comes up very, very well. A lot of episodes there of this show, a lot of repins, reposts, and they're represented by their little avatar there on the side. You know, it's not the same avatar in every post. So that was kind of a good thing. So I looked back at the show notes and I said, okay, the other thing we talked about was doing LinkedIn. So let's do a search on LinkedIn and look for the Guy R. Cook Report. So I went to LinkedIn, and the search there for the Guy R. Cook Report, not the hashtag, just the name, the Guy R. Cook Report, because I didn't want to keep flaunting the hashtag. Did the Guy R. Cook Report, and there it is, online media, and there's the follow button. So if you're on Twitter, on LinkedIn, we're on there. You can find us. And now the next challenge, and I've referenced it there in the show notes, is to build the call to action to say, well, we'd like you to subscribe to the podcast. We really would. And you can do that on Fire Talk, on YouTube, on Podbean. Remember, the show notes are at the GuyRCookReport.podbean.com. And then you'll get to be a subscriber. You can go to the show notes anytime you want. It's your convenience. And if you're starting a project, another landing page, another website, another blog for your mom, go to the planning session guide, and you can see that link right there. It says Start Here Planning Session Guide, and that asks the questions. And it's got some other brain food in there as well, and I won't spoil it for you. Scrolling down a bit, you can follow us on Blogorama, on the technology blog directory. We're working there, and there's another web directory that we've got our hooks into. And so on that note, thanks to all the patrons, appreciate that. And the link in the show notes is how you become a patron. And you just go there and click on that, and it takes you to Podbean. And it's as low as $1 a month. Okay, we do a show Monday through Friday. Do the math. For less than the price of onion rings, you can have this content every day, Monday through Friday, and we have a different topic, and it's all spelled out there in the notes. So thanks for joining us today, and thanks to the people in the show notes that we're doing shout-outs for, like Fraser Ramsey from Edinburgh Dusters, for Eileen Smith from BasicBlogTips.com, who told us about Screencast-O-Matic we record the show with, and our friends at Friends Just Chatting. There's a look at their logo. The Facebook group, and you can go there to Facebook and sign up to join and beg Fraser to become a member. We don't have a topic when we chat, we just have a casual chat. And isn't that what it's all about? So on that note, I'm going to say those 3 magic words that ends every episode of the Guy R. Cook Report. It's a wrap.